Welcome to Funpowder Country in scenic Appalachistan. Today's presentation will be about the Sharps 1859 Cavalry Percussion Carbine. Beautiful, elegant, simple. This is a good gun. This is a very nice gun. Used by both sides during the Civil War, more predominantly used by the North. For a while, this was the #1 cavalry carbine in use by the United States Army. I think that you guys are going to enjoy. So, before we get to anything else, be sure to hit that like button. Share this with your friends. If this was in any way helpful or inspiring to you, please comment down below. And if I have already earned your subscription, please hit that big fat subscribe button. Thank you. The ammo that we are using for the Sharps rifle consists of a paper tube with tissue backing, some fun powder, as well as a home cast 54 caliber Richmond Laboratories pattern bullet that weighs about 510 grains, give or take. Monstrous load, ideal for most forms of shooting. I actually killed my first deer with a cartridge like this, and from that same rifle. I'll show you guys a picture here in a minute. If I were to use this for hunting again, I would actually probably blunt the tip a bit, turn it into more of a flat point or a rounded nose. With the profile that these have, it just zips right through whatever you're hitting. The deer that I killed with it on my first hunt, bullet went clean through both shoulders and lodged somewhere around 1.5 to 2 foot in the mud and dirt behind it. Today's sponsor is King Jesus. So, his simple message today is this. As the world gets more and more uncertain, as things get harder and harder, tougher and tougher, you may think you need more money, you may think you need more time, you might even think that you need more guns or food. I'm going to tell you the answer is simpler. You need a new mind and you need a new heart. And there's only one person that can give that to you, Jesus. Because if you go out and get more guns, well, yeah, that might increase your survivability for a while. Give a man a gun, he might survive a week, he might survive the rest of his life. But the Revelation tells us that if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If you get more food, you might turn into a glutton. I mean, it's just one of those unfortunate things. You need a new heart, you need a new mind. The way to do that is simple. The answer is found in Romans chapter 10, verse 9. If thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and shalt believe in thine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. You are also informed that when you are saved, you become a new creature, which means a new heart and a new mind. But it's not as simple as I say it is, because you have to actually pursue it. You have to actually go after it. It's not as simple as just receiving. You have to walk in it. Thank you so much for listening to this sponsorship ad. Before we get on to the rest of the video, if you know the Lord Jesus, please comment down below. Please like this video. Also, if you do know Jesus, spread the gospel. Talk to a friend that doesn't know. Talk to a family member that doesn't know. If you don't know Jesus, I suggest commenting down below. We'll hook you up with somebody. Thank you so much. Now, back to the program.
While I'm filling in this, I'll just show you this too. I actually brought this one for you to shoot. This one was on my so it's too damn small for my hand. I can't really get grip to actually having control with it. It's too much bounce when I try to shoot it, okay? But safety. This is safe. Ready to fire. There you go. good for me right now.
Well, that hit.
That connected beautifully. So now that we've shot it, it's time to clean it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our trigger guard / lever, as well as our hammer. We're gonna put it to half cock. Drop the breech block. Make sure there isn't a cartridge in. There isn't, and there's no cap. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna press on this ball detent. We're gonna push this little tab over, just like that. Once it is free, we're going to pull it straight out, set it to the side, just like that. The breech block assembly will come right out. Now, the way that these come from the factory, there is a tool that fits inside that face, and it'll pull that brass fitting out, because that's brass, and it needs to be turned out. But before it gets twisted out, you need to pull this retention screw out. That keeps this in line with the flash channel, because with this gun, the cap has to make and defeat 2 90-degree turns to reach the powder charge. So after you've taken that screw out and you've taken out the brass fitting, you can then take this screw out, which disconnects the lever, and then you can use a nipple wrench to take off the nipple. And at that point, you would soak that in a solution, and I will show you what that looks like in just a minute. So now that I've gotten everything broken down, I can go ahead and do a little bit of the basic cleaning, which mainly just consists of getting a good brush down, getting the parts soaked in some warm water and some mild detergent. The area with the most attention needed is going to be the breech block, because there are so many areas where the fouling can just get in that if you don't get it and you're not thorough, you'll end up having rust and even worse issues after that. Yeah, that's essentially it. Just scrub everything down, make sure it's dry, and that's essentially all that there is to cleaning the barrel and the breech block channel is very simple. You would just take a brush and a rag, wipe up and down in here around the action, and then you would just run a bore swab and a brush up and down through the barrel until you are absolutely sure that all of the powder residue and fouling is gone, as well as any leading that may have developed. Now, to put everything back together, it's as simple as when you first took it apart. You're gonna put the lever back on the assembly, you're gonna put the nipple back on, you're gonna put the brass fitting back on, and then you're gonna put the retention screw for that, and then you're gonna put that backing plate as well as the rubber gasket behind it. Now, it works simple. You just simply insert the breech block. It can be a little bit challenging at first. It's a very tight fit. It has to be. Okay. Now, just like before, we're going to push this in. Make sure that the lever is lined up perfectly. Easy peasy. Then you just push down on the ball detent and make sure that the tab flies all the way over to the side, and boom, it's back together. Simple, fast, easy operation. Well guys, that wraps up the video. Thank you so much for watching this long. Please remember to hit the like button. It helps me on the YouTube algorithm. If you aren't subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. If this was in any way helpful, please leave a comment. If you have friends that are into this sort of thing, please share. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.